Hey everybody, it is Lorelia, your money mentor, and today this video is about a follow-up to what I talked about yesterday. It's so funny, I always say follow-up after with every video I do. Anywho, uh, I did a video about having a life plan for your personal and business life. And I actually today just recently wrote a blog post on the purpose of a life plan. And in the blog post, I talked about, when I first got exposed to the whole concept of life planning and having a life plan for your business. But basically, in 2007, it was a year after I got licensed as a financial advisor. It was the first time I had got exposed to the whole life planning and preparing a life plan to achieve optimal, balance in your life. And I actually thought it was kind of hokey pokey. I never had been exposed to it, and it was a lot of financial advisors who were actually, looking to learn more about how they could be a better advisor to their clients by being a life planning specialist. So fast forward, a few years later, I get it now. Like I totally, get it. I didn't get it, back then, but I get it now, and I think it is pivotal for any person at any age. Life planning or having a life plan is not for a particular age group or person or income level. I believe a life plan is important in order to keep you in line with what it is that you want to do. Reason being is that, social media, you can't get away from it. I fall victim to this too. You get bombarded with all these things coming at you, status updates, what people are doing. And it's hard to ignore it. It's hard to not focus on what other people are doing and what other people are achieving. And like I said, I can admit to that. But when you have a life plan, at least for your business, it keeps you focused and more in line. And although what I'm saying may sound easy, it's actually hard for some people to implement because it's just human nature to be influenced by what's around you. And a life plan puts the blinders on you. It's almost similar to a racetrack horse who has those blinders on him so the horse cannot see what's going on. I remember my father explaining that analogy to me when I was young because he was a big horse race better. And I used to always wonder why the horses always got to have those things, on the side of, their face. It's because it allows them to not see what the other horse is doing. And I think as individuals, we need to do that too. We need to, one, put a life plan in place for ourselves, for our businesses, for our families, so we can stay focused, so we don't have to be caught up into what it is that everyone is doing. So I just want to leave it at that. I totally get it now. I think having a life plan is very important. I'm in pursuit of that, which is why I have now changed the whole scope of what I'm doing. The whole scope in terms of really going fast forward. In previous videos, I talked about how in 2012 I made the decision of not pursuing being a financial advisor and really still was teeter-tottering on if I should not do it or not. And so now we fast forward in 2013, and I'm actually glad I made that decision. I am totally focused on what it is that I am doing. And one thing that I forgot to mention and I left out is another thing why the life plan is important. And I'll finish my thought with keeping you in focus is that you don't have to be consumed and caught up with other people think, because a lot of times when you decide to make a change and people think they may know you or know what it is you're doing, they have judgments on you. And those judgments can also lead to conversations that you may eventually hear about. And so when you have a life plan for yourself and for your business, you no longer get influenced or caught up in what other people are saying. And so going back to where I left off at, as I mentioned, I'm in total pursuit in what it is that I am trying to do for my business. I really don't, care what people may think, or even their opinions of me, because I'm staying on course. Whenever I feel like I'm getting out of course, because I can't admit I am human, I can't get away from social media, I look back at my life plan and say, okay, am I working towards that goal? Am I working towards meeting that goal? So I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to learn more about what it is that I'm doing, in terms of, as I mentioned, I am on this pursuit of generating a passive stream of income that can totally support me, my family, and my business high. You can go to www.12weekfinchallenge.com. Again, that is www.finweekchallenge.com. And until the next video, you have a nice day. Bye bye.